What's going on, everybody? UnrealEnt Network back at it once again, here today, joined by three-man broadcast, my friend Brandon. And here today, everybody, we're going to be discussing the alternative story to Vegito in Dragon Ball Z Multiverse, of course, when Vegito was able to combat Kid Buu, and of course, he had a daughter and kids and whatnot. So, you wanted to discuss this with me because you found the story to be very interesting. I found the story to be very interesting, too. A lot of people were talking about, oh, well, how did Vegito manage to just, go through Majin Buu and Super Buu's brain and then having to have, Super Buu resort down to Kid Buu? Well, in that story, just may I add, he did the exact same thing. Super Buu absorbed him, and instead of, separating, he actually stood the same. He managed to go through Buu's brain. He freed everybody, and then once he got out, of course, you saw what happened. So, what is your take on that? Because I know you want to discuss this, and I want to share your opinions with everybody. So, you have the floor, three man.
Well, thanks for having me, but I wanted to talk about this because for a while now I've been like after watching Dragon Ball Z, after seeing them fuse with the Potara earrings, I felt like that Vegito should have been his own character. Like he should have his own childhood, his own like story where he came from. Because to me, after seeing what the video you made about how he went with Bulma instead of Chi-Chi, I didn't think that was fair for Chi-Chi because Chi-Chi's. I mean, though he was teleporting back and forth to family. I still didn't think that he went off and had a baby with Bulma, and I'm like, what about Chi Chi? She's there with she's stuck with Goten and Gohan, so like I felt like it'd be better if they just had Vegito being his own character because he also told Trunks that he wasn't his father, and I was like, I mean, you might as well just be your individual person. That way, it would have been cooler to see Vegeta, Goku, and Vegito fight.
But
Kid
but they
Buu.
would they would get slaughtered
How would they get slaughtered?
because Vegito is, oh my god, like triple the amount of power that those two have.
I mean, Vegito could keep the amount of power that he had. He just like could train with he say for instance.
Well, yeah, no, training, yeah, I mean that's different. But if we're talking full out battle, Vegito would kill them.
Let's just say, for instance, in this new story where they're gonna talk like after Battle of Gods, basically. Let's say Vegito was his own character. For it to explain how he became as powerful as he is, he could still have the power of two people put together. He could have trained under Bills, and then not he didn't reach God level, but he got to a certain point that made him seem like a fusion of two different people.
Well, he is a fusion of two different people, and his powers multiplied. It's not added on. So it's like the metamorph fusion just adds your power, additionally, whereas opposed to the Potara, it just multiplies your power. So, like in terms of mathematics statistics, Vegito would still be more powerful than anybody else alive aside from Beerus. But I see your point with Bulma and Chi Chi, but I mean, who like do you blame him for going with Bulma than Chi Chi? Really? I mean,
Oh, I mean, granted, Chi-Chi does have two kids instead of just one. I
he did
mean,
train Bra and Pan, so does not even count as for him. I mean, he was still being there for both families as much as it was hard for him. He even admitted like, hey, I can't separate. This is it. So I'll contribute by being, the father of both families. But either way, he took the women under his wing, and they became Super Saiyans very very fast because he trained them like beasts. So, I mean, what was your take on that? Like having him be a teacher.
I was thinking that for him to train two different people or two of his one being his kid, one being like I guess they're I don't know how to put this, but I felt like if they train under him, would that make them like get to his power level?
Oh no, absolutely not. But that would make, I mean, the way he would push you and train you would be a lot more intense than anybody else. Because remember, like, let's say if Goku were to punch you in the face, it would hurt. But let's say if he were to punch you in the face, it would hurt twice as much because like the power multiplier, it's just like it's like double Goku's strength. So it's like whatever happens, it's like Vegito hits harder, he's faster, he's more durable, he's more agile, he's more strategic. So it's just like I think they would. I think those two girls would end up being very powerful warriors because having to train under a hybrid is just it's incredible. I mean, if you had the option of training with Vegeta, Goku, or Vegito, who would you go with? You'd go with the obvious, of course.
So if this story was up to you, would you rather make Vegito his own person, like a set like
Oh
his
yeah,
individual?
yeah. Because then I would love to see the age old question of Gogeta versus Vegito. Because that I mean, there's no way we can see it now because they're all the same person. So how would that even come about? But if Vegeta was his own character, then yeah. But if it was up to me, well, let's say that were to happen. I would stick with that story, but I would not allow Vegito to kill Buu off so easy. Like he didn't even try. He was like, all right, be gone, and that was it. Um, I would stick with the formula, but I would have Beerus be like reintroduced like towards the end after he's done, being a teacher and whatnot, and then have his power put to the test because he never really had his power put to the test. Um, I mean, only the Kaioshin know how to separate, if that's even possible. But what I never really understood was how he was able to separate in Boo's body to begin with. That's why this story made so much sense because in the actual TV show, they never, ever, ever explained why they separated ever. Like all Vegeta said was, "Oh shit, we're back to normal," and that was it. And they went off to go find the others. Whereas opposed to this one, as he was inside of his body, Vegito's like, "Oh, all right, the plan worked. Now I'm gonna go free everybody and kill this dude," and that's exactly what happened. So, but I mean, that's just my take. Like, how would you do it?
Um, well, I would like introduce him in the Buu saga as a new person. Period. Like Vegeta and Goku would see that. Oh, who is this guy? He's Vegito, and they would actually test out his power, and then just to get a little bit of extra training done, I guess. And Vegeta would probably voluntarily, help them went fight Majin Buu. So that way, go. I think if he was his own person, I don't think as many people would have gotten absorbed. Like I don't think if he were to say he assisted Gohan or something, Ultimate Gohan, I don't think that the Gohan would have gotten absorbed if Vegito was there to help him. If he had volunteered to do that, if he was his own character.
Absolutely not, because Vegito would have stopped him before he even had the chance to absorb anyone. But I mean, it's a very fascinating story. I've always wanted to write my own manga. I'm pretty sure you have as well. But let us know what you guys think in the comment section below about this story. Do you guys agree with Vegito's story about him having to have two families and training Bra and Pan and whatnot? So let me know in the comment section below, guys. Thank you all for watching. This has been Three Man Broadcast. For those of you out there who don't know who they are, go on ahead and check them out and subscribe to their channel. Subscribe to mine as well, everybody. If you guys are Dragon Ball Z fans, stay tuned for more. Make sure you guys hit the video up with a like and a favorite. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And me and Brandon will be seeing you all in the next episode. And if you guys have any story you guys want us to talk about, let us know. So thank you all for watching, everybody. Peace.